musical based on the true story of a Canadian city that welcomed stranded American travelers on 9/11. Come From Away is playing now at the Orpheum Theater in Minneapolis, and I got a chance to talk to a Minnesota native who stars in the show. Becky, first and foremost, I would be remiss not to mention that things got started, well, from today, last night with opening night, and the cast looked a little different than what was originally planned. What happened?
So Omicron has been coming for us. But we have amazing standbys, and all 6 of the tour standbys were on last night to make it happen. Plus, one of our New York standbys and vacation swings flew in to help out. So we have the ultimate teamwork running to try to keep this show open.
I think that's just so crazy. And we saw this on Instagram, especially the person that flew in to do the show. You guys hadn't met, but obviously it's a national thing. So you can do the show. The scripting's the same, the choreography's the same, but that's got to be quite the experience for everybody involved.
Oh, it's massive. And the woman who flew in, Holly, we actually did the show together in New York. So
Okay.
I was her one person. She's like, I know you. But this company is
Hi.
so welcoming and everyone is so ready. And we have another fellow joining us tonight who's one of the original cast members from New York. So it's just an all hands on deck time. The New York company went through this a couple weeks ago over Christmas. It's our turn now, and we're just doing our best to stay safe and try to keep the show running.
And for haven't people who have not heard of the show, I know that a lot of people maybe even seen it on Apple TV Plus. That was a pretty cool experience being able to watch it there. But I think going back to 9/11 and the themes that have gone on that we talked about then and why the show is so beautiful about the power of community really relates to now. Wouldn't you agree that your audience can be like a lot of these themes are continuing on now in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting. This show is all about the kindness that can come out of tragedy and the goodness that is in the face of tragedy when things go wrong. And I had a family friend come see the show last night, and she said, I saw it in New York, and it means so much more coming out of the pandemic because now we've all lived through a crazy, crazy time. So being able to celebrate community and kindness and just people being good to one another it's so important. And the fact that it's a real story just means that much more.
Tell me a little bit about your character, Beverly. Did you also play that same person on Broadway in New
Yes.
York?
So I played Beverly Bass and others. We all play multiple roles. There's 12
Right.
of us. We all change hats and coats and play all kinds of characters, but we each have 2 main characters. And so one of my main characters is Beverly Bass. She was the first female American Airlines pilot in history, which is super cool. And she just happened to be there on this day and part of this story. So it's a great little story within a story. Um, and I played this same role for year 1 of the tour. We took out the tour 3 years ago, and then I went into the Broadway company for a while, and then Broadway shut down. And so now I happen to be filling in for my dear friend Marika, and it happens to be while we're in Minneapolis. So it is extraordinary to play this part and to bring it home with this show. And the world is cuckoo, but we are hanging in there.
Right. I absolutely love that character. And you just said this, but tell me a little bit more about how there's 12 people, but you all play different roles. And I love how the choreography of and the staging all kind of takes part in that in each of the numbers.
Oh, yes, I love it too. I think this show it's so well crafted. So we are all playing different parts all the time. We're handing each other coats and moving chairs for each other. And it is very teamwork based, which lends itself to the story, which is all about working together and taking care of each other. And the set is very minimalistic, but brilliant. It's a lot of chairs and tables. You see the band on stage. There are actually trees in New York. They're trees from Newfoundland. In all the other productions, they are very well crafted trees due to regrowth and mold issues that had happened with the real trees. But it is a lot of great lighting. We have amazing spot ops who help us tell that story while you follow it with the lights, because it really trusts that the audience is smart and will follow and use their imaginations to fill in the blanks. But it's unique and simplistic and yet super intricate. Building the show, putting it together, it's very hard on the brain, but once you know
Mhm.
it, it is so fun to do.
Yeah, I've got to imagine it's been really interesting sort of crafting this because you've been in Legally Blonde on Broadway, but you got your humble roots here in Moorhead, Minnesota. Am I understanding that right? You're from Moorhead?
I'm from Moorhead, yeah.
Do you want to say hi to anyone? Hello.
Hi Moorhead, hi Fargo. Absolutely. Yeah, I did Trillwood Performing Arts School for 3 summers in high school, and I love my spuds, my theater department there, Rebecca Meyer Larson, and the speech team. And I mean that whole FM area has been so supportive of me since the beginning, and it's such an honor to be from there and to share my love of theater with the world. But that started there.
Right. Started right here, moved a lot, went to Broadway, came back home, and now you're presenting this beautiful piece to everyone here in the Twin Cities. If anyone has the opportunity to come and see you, what is one thing you hope that they take away from the show?
I hope that they're inspired to spread the love. I think that this show has inspired me to just be a great human in real life. And if it can do that to others and bring some joy, then we've done our job.
Great. I love that. Thanks, Becky.
Follow your dreams, kids. Pretty cool. Pretty cool story. Jason, I know you saw the show in New York City, right?
Yeah, I saw it with the girlfriends who actually, because I thought it would be a good segment, I was gone at the time. Lisa LaCourcier and Jen went to see it here in Minneapolis and thought it was tremendous. It's really one of my favorite shows of the last 10 years. We all need a little pick-me-up. Mm-hmm. This is the show to go see. It really, cliche, but it redeems your faith in people. You know, it really does. It's about kindness, kindness to strangers. It's so good.
We all need a little bit of that. If you are interested, Come From Away is playing through Sunday at the Orpheum. It hits Seattle and Spokane, by the way, in July and August. We'll be right back, everybody.